Imagine owning land and never paying a single cent in property tax again. No annual bill. No hidden assessment fees. No reminder that even after you've bought your home, the government still technically owns it. What if there were still places in America where that old idea, true ownership, still meant something? They exist. Scattered across forgotten towns, empty deserts, and frozen valleys. Tiny dots on the map where government presence fades into the horizon. These are the last places in America without property taxes, where freedom isn't just a political slogan. It's a way of life. In this video, we'll explore how these places still exist, who actually lives there, and what life really looks like when you trade convenience for total independence. Because freedom always has a price. In most of America, you never truly own your land. Stop paying property taxes and see how quickly the land of the free sends someone to take it back. Even states with no income tax, like Texas or Florida, still make up the difference with sky-high property rates. In some counties, annual property taxes are more than most people's mortgage payments. It's a quiet reality. You never stop paying rent, even after you buy. But what if you could step outside that system completely? That's exactly what some people have done. They've vanished from the tax map, not illegally, but geographically. To find them, we have to go to the edges of America itself. The far north, the deep desert, and the places most people forgot were even part of this country. Our first stop, Alaska. Here's something few people know. More than half of Alaska is what's called the unorganized borough. It's land that doesn't belong to any local government. No city, no county, no property tax office. You can literally buy a plot of land, build a cabin, and never see a tax bill again. There's no property tax, no zoning laws, and no bureaucrats to tell you what to do with your land. But of course, there's a reason why. In much of the unorganized borough, there are no public services at all. No schools, no roads, no power grid. When your water line freezes, it's your problem. When your generator dies in the middle of winter, there's no repairman on the way. Freedom in Alaska isn't symbolic, it's survival. Locals describe it as a trade of comfort for sovereignty. You give up the safety net of modern systems, and in return you get total control over your life. People who live in places like the Copper River Basin or Wrangell St. Elias Wilderness often go months without seeing another person, but they'll tell you it's worth it, because every sunrise reminds them no one owns them, and no one owns their land. Next, we head 2,000 miles south to the Nevada desert. Most people know Nevada for Las Vegas, but far beyond the neon lights are counties that look like entire planets. Endless sand, mountains, and silence. In places like Esmeralda County, there are fewer than 800 residents. There's no property assessor's office. And while property taxes technically exist, they're so small they barely fund a single road. Some people pay less than $200 a year on massive parcels of land. Drive through the desert long enough and you'll see what looks like ghost towns. Old mining shacks, solar-powered cabins, and people who've completely left the grid. Many of them came here to escape exactly one thing: taxes. A few are retirees stretching their savings. Others are off-grid dreamers chasing quiet skies and cheap land. Some just want to be left alone. They trade manicured lawns for dusty independence. Because out here, nobody cares what your house looks like, as long as you can survive the summer heat and isolation. In the center of the country, something similar is happening quietly, but for different reasons. Across parts of South Dakota, Kansas, and Oklahoma, counties with shrinking populations have reduced or eliminated local property taxes altogether, simply because there's no one left to collect from. In towns where the last school closed decades ago and Main Street is more dust than road, the idea of property taxation just faded away. Local governments dissolved, leaving behind legal gray zones, land still part of the U.S., but with almost no government presence. You'll find families living in old farmhouses, miles from pavement, where their only neighbors are windmills and time. For them, it's not rebellion, it's resilience. They stay because it's home, and because the silence feels sacred. Deep in Appalachia, in the remote folds of West Virginia and Kentucky, lie hollows, where modern systems never really reached. Some communities exist entirely outside of county records. where deeds are still handwritten, passed through families, and property taxes are rarely, if ever, enforced. They live by their own rhythm, grow their food, fix their roofs, and rely on neighbors instead of government. To outsiders, it looks like poverty. To locals, it feels like peace. Living without property tax sounds like paradise. But here's the truth. Freedom isn't easy. You take responsibility for everything: power, water, waste, and security. There's no backup system. No, call this number if you need help. It's you and the land. But for some, that's the point. One Alaskan homesteader once said, "When something breaks, I don't file a complaint. I fix it, because this place doesn't owe me anything and I don't owe it anything back." That mindset, that quiet self-sufficiency, is disappearing fast. But in these last few corners of America, it's still alive. Maybe property taxes are just part of civilization. Or maybe they're the price we pay for forgetting how to live without it. But in the deserts of Nevada, the forests of Alaska, and the plains of forgotten America, a few people still remember what freedom feels like. Not freedom in theory, not freedom in politics, but freedom you can touch, the kind that comes from knowing the dirt under your feet is truly yours. Because once you stop paying rent to your own government, you realize you never really owned anything until now. If this world of hidden freedom fascinates you, check out our next video, The Forgotten U.S. Territories Where You Can Still Live Free. Because the edges of America hold more secrets than most people will ever imagine.